Lalela mfana ngikutshele. Lalela mfana ngikutshele indaba.
South Africa, however peaceful our transition has been, people should never lose sight of the fact that we were actually a very violent people, and a lot of young people have grown up with a lot of violence and continue to experience violence in their daily lives. We may not experience it as directly as we have before, but some of us still do.
The moment that changed my life very much, it was in 1991. I was 9 years old. Suddenly we sit in the classrooms, and our schools have fences, gates, and it was locked. And tear gases were fired in the school. And it's just like we could only smell those gases coming in the classrooms. And because our windows was not like short, it was really high, so you couldn't see at that time what is happening. Rubber bullets were shot through the windows, and the children started to panic. So we ran out of the classrooms, try to go home now. One of the kids was shot dead at a very early age. He was not even 10, 11 years. So basically that is the moment that changed my life very much as a kid.
Like Robert, I didn't know what was happening to me for a very long time. I think the windows of our townships are so high that we can't see through them. Initially, we played soccer. Soccer didn't have the thrill of what we were looking for, and so we decided that we will play a game called Kati Kati. And the way we play it is we roll up newspaper. We roll it up really thick, and we use it to beat each other. And within a short space of time, Kati Kati wasn't exciting enough anymore for us. So we decided to become more inventive. So we took cardboard boxes and we rolled it up. What that meant was that it was harder than the newspaper. So you would get hurt even more. But still it wasn't enough, so we decided that if you use shorter cardboard and you use it to stab, it even hurts more. And that's what we did. Until the one day, my mother stopped my brother and I at the door and said, "Where are you going with those knives?" At one point at 6.5, I had a knife in my hand, and we were very prepared to use it. And I remember my moment. My moment was at high school. I was 15. We were in our classes and there was nothing to do this day. And two rival gangs came and used the school as a battlefield. And we were unaware that this battle was going on. And when they had finished, they decided that they would go into the classrooms and rob and take as much as they possibly can from everybody. Then he came up to me, and I was just sitting there, and he said, what do I have to offer him? And I said, I have absolutely nothing to offer you. And he got upset, and he hit me so hard. I then investigated and realized that I'd been stabbed, and this was so uncalled for. Within less than 3 minutes, he was lying on the ground, and I had stabbed him about 6 times. And I walked away, and I remember not feeling any remorse, not feeling any pain, not feeling that I had done anything wrong. And then I fast forward because I wasn't arrested. You have a way in the township of disappearing. The day when I found myself at 1 o'clock in the morning standing with a a knife this size over my dad. I was this close to killing my father. And at that moment, I asked myself again, how did I get here? Because I can't retrace, I can't think about all the events that led to that moment. It comes from growing up in the middle of a township, where from the age of 5, every weekend you get beaten. Where every weekend, before my father gets home, we pack our bags, my mom and we are ready to run. You recall all the pain that growing up in the middle of the township has done to you. And every time he hits, you hate. And sometimes you invite him to hit. Because the more he hits, the more you can hate. The more you can feel the comfort of and the pleasure of having to lash back. Because one is so angry. My question is, why shouldn't people place themselves at so much risk for something that can offer long-term and sustained benefits? So you ask me, Ken, why do I do what I do? Because I want to place myself at risk, because I believe that the benefits of what I'm doing, I may not see it, because it's risky. Why do I go into prisons and work with young people who the world has given up on? Why do I go and I work with young people that are fatalistic, that tells me I'm not probably going to see tomorrow because somebody might shoot me? I do it because I know that it can change. I've experienced it in my own life.
Ekhaya labangcwele kuhlala ingcwele zodwa, manje kukhona indaba lapho wafela abantu izono zabo, laphalala igazi. Lalela mfana ngikutshele, lalela mfana ngikutshele indaba, ekhaya labangcwele kuhlala ingcwele zodwa, manje kukhona indaba lapho wafela abantu izono zabo, laphalala igazi.